Hello students, we are going to spend a little bit of time today just going through some simple formatting and editing in our Documents app for our Google Docs place to write in our iPad. So as you can see, I'm already in my personal narrative, which will be what we will be typing. I've named it My Personal Narrative. Yours will have a different title. I have already typed a little bit of text, and I'm just going to show you a couple quick shortcuts and a couple things of what you need to make sure you know how to do using the buttons and different options you have in the Docs app for editing. So obviously clicking anywhere on the document is going to give you your cursor. You see the blue blinking cursor. A couple quick shortcuts for you. You'll see up on the top here you have the undo button and the redo button. You'll have a bullets button. You can create bullet lists, which we won't need today, but it's good to know. You'll have bold, italics, and underline, and then you'll have a font button here. Those are the buttons that we're really going to worry about more often than anything is going to be bold, italics, and then maybe the undo and redo button, and in some cases the fonts button. For today though, you'll see I already have some things started. So just to give you some examples of why this is a good thing, to know how to do some shortcuts, it's going to save you some time. Normally to add dialogue, which is something we'll be focusing on being able to add into our writing, you have to hit the number toggle switch here on the bottom, and you'll see that it gives you your options for quotes. Instead of doing that, one of the options you have is you can just hold down on the question mark, and then it will give you your quote, and it'll pop it right in there for you. And then you could type right after there, and then there's your quote. So that way you don't have to switch between your two screens to get into the numbers and symbols. You can just type right away. Another thing that you're going to need to know how to do, let's say that you want to create some thinking and you have some text. I didn't know what they were saying to me. I thought. So I'm going to put, let's say I miss a comma. After me, I can then go back and add a comma by holding my finger down and waiting for that magnifying glass to show up. That just allows you to kind of zoom in a little bit and see what it is you're trying to look at. But let's say I wanted to create some italics. I'm going to highlight a word by hitting select and then drag over the part that I want to highlight and create into some italics. And what I'm going to do is hit the italics button up top. And once I do that, it changed it over. Let's say I did that in the wrong place and I want to undo it. I can hit the undo button and then it takes it back, or I can hit the redo button if I noticed, and you notice once again it is italics. So italics is a big deal for that. Same thing happens with bold or underlined text, which again you won't really need much for this. The key is being able to add thinking and then be able to add dialogue, and using the quotes with the question mark button and holding it down for that option, and using the italics up here is going to be helpful. Okay. Other than that, please leave all font and stuff alone up here under text. I have some preset things that I want you to be using, so leave those alone for now, but in the future this is how you could change some of your font sizes and your font types to customize it a little bit more to your liking. Once you're done typing and you're happy with your piece, it auto-saves, which is the beautiful thing about Google and all the apps that come with it with Google Drive, is you don't have to worry about saving your work, and you can come right back to it at a different time. You can click the blue check mark, and then you're all set and your work is there. If you need to go back and type again, you can just click back anywhere and your cursor will pop up. Those are some simple basic Google Docs formatting and typing word processing tips. So please work hard today. Make sure you're doing your typing. Get as much as you can down, and we will check in tomorrow to see where your progress is. Thank you.